All right, all right. LDMMAC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. What did I tell y'all? What on God's green earth did I tell y'all? This is what I tried to tell y'all. Some of you listened and some of you didn't. I told y'all approximately 2 years ago that Dana White was going to get into boxing. And some people argued and no, he ain't going to do that. He not going to be able to get into boxing. Too many promoters been around and Dana White not going to be able to get into the inner circle. And I'm like, Dana White is worth $500 million. Yes, he will. I told people this. I said, he's going to be able to get into that inner circle. And I said, not only is he going to get into that inner circle, he's going to aggressively change the landscape of boxing. I promise you. And Dana White in October, shout out to Blood Boxing. I saw his video and then I went and read. Dana White, basically, in October, he's going to launch Zuffa boxing. Okay? Now, in the UFC, okay, we don't have to, fights don't marinate. The fights happen within that same year. Matter of fact, if somebody calls out another fighter, and if the UFC and Dana White think that fight makes sense, and if the fans call for the fight, basically we see the fight, okay? We, the fans, dictate the fights. That's the one thing that I do like about the UFC, is that we dictate the fights. Because Dana White, even though I dislike the man, the guy understands about supply and demand. Boxing don't get it, okay? Boxing don't understand supply and demand. Dana White understands supply and demand, okay? If the fans want, they want to fight, okay? If the fans want to fight bad enough, okay? If they really legit want a fight, Dana White will oblige the fans. And the fans get what they want. That's why the UFC is so successful. Even in years where they don't do as well financially, they still have a couple of good pay-per-views. Dana White, he's got the whole thing figured out. He's got it figured out. So now he's going to launch that same mentality into boxing. The only thing of it is, though, is he's not going to be able to get away with paying fighters what he paid MMA fighters. He ain't going to be able to do that. Because nobody legit's going to sign with him. Because boxing, there's a lot of money floating around. And I said that Dana White was not going to just sit and let all this money float around and his bald-headed ass not get a piece of that. Okay? And I told y'all that this was going to happen. That Dana White is going to get a piece of that, and this is what he finna do. Okay? There's too much going on, guys. Too much going on for him not to do it. But, these fighters, they're not going to take MMA pay. Okay? And if he's even going to get any big-name boxers, Dana going to have to pay. But Zuffa, they got the money, okay? Zuffa, they got a lot of money. They don't have Viacom money, but they got money, okay? And that's just what it is. They got to pay these fighters. They're going to have to pay. If he come at certain fighters talking about $250,000, they're going to laugh, okay? If he come at a big name and if Dana sign a big name, Dana got to pay. Okay, that's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm with now, okay? I see, guys, and I'm going to tell y'all this, okay? Dana White is going to force these people to fight. And see, all Dana White got to do is acquire a couple of big names in boxing. Okay? He's going to completely do away with all these belts, okay? He's going to ignore it. And I told y'all that this is what he was going to do. I told y'all this 2 years ago. That he's going to ignore all the sanctioning bodies. Okay? He's going to make up a Zuffa boxing belt. He's going to have all the weight classes within his Zuffa boxing organization. And he's going to have a Zuffa champion. And that's just what it is. And what Dana White is slowly going to do, he's going to slowly start acquiring these fighters. He's going to slowly do it. And then he's going to go after some small fish, but then he's going to go after the big fish, okay? And see, I can see it be the sky's the limit, okay? Dana White may even do a promotion where you have boxing versus MMA, where you get MMA fighters fight boxers. I mean, I'm pretty sure that he's going to be open to doing something like that. Okay, see, it's the sky's the limit with what he's trying to do. But what Dana White's going to do, he's going to force these guys to fight, okay? There's no ducking. You can't duck in MMA. You can't duck in the UFC. It's impossible. Because if you don't fight who they tell you to fight, then they put you on the shelf for 6 to 8 months. You can't eat. You can't feed your family, okay? That's what they do. That's what Dana does, okay? People don't like it, but it's just business, okay? And that's why as a fan, we get the fights we want to see. Man, think about boxing, y'all. We don't watch guys leave their prime. We don't watch these guys get out of their prime and not fight out of their prime, like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. We watch those two people leave their primes and fight out of their prime. We watched them get out of their prime. The fight finally happened, and of course, the fight didn't live up to expectation. It didn't. The fight never lived up to expectation. Okay? It is what it is. Dana White, in the UFC, you have to fight in your prime. I can give you some of the fights that we're getting right now. We done had, well, some of the fights we've had. We done had Cormier Jones. We done had Amanda Nunes versus Chris Cyborg. Okay? I mean, we done had, Valentina Shevchenko versus Bojangles. Okay, we've had Henry Cejudo versus Demetrius Johnson. Okay? We've had Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker. I mean, do you understand the amount of fights that we've had? The amount of good fights that we've had. And see, people don't mind paying for pay-per-view. They don't mind because the best fighting the best. The best is fighting the best, so people don't mind doing it. People don't mind at all. I mean, I just named a couple of blockbuster fights. And there are more. There are more blockbuster fights that's coming. Okay, more fights that's coming. We watched Tatiana Suarez have a herniated disc in her neck. We watched her beat Nina Ansaroff. Okay, we watched Jessica Andrade, knock out Rose Namajunas. Okay, we watched, Francis Ngannou knock out Alistair Overeem. I mean, put this man 6 feet under. We watched that, guys. We watched Stipe Miocic, win the title back from Daniel Cormier, who Daniel Cormier knocked him out the first time they fought. We saw this. Folks, what does this tell y'all? I just sat here and named y'all almost 10 fights, 10 quality fights that we're getting to see. We don't have to like Dana White, but he got the solution. You give the fans what they want. It's real simple. Boxing ain't figured it out, but Dana White gonna force these guys to play ball. I'm telling you, all Dana White got to do is acquire a couple of fighters, and it's game over. If he acquired the right fight, imagine if Dana White could acquire a Showtime Sean Porter. Game over. Imagine if he can acquire a Deontay Wilder, pay him what he wants. Imagine if he can do that. If Dana White mess around and get all the top fighters, it's game over for all these promoters. And it's going to be game over for the sanctioning bodies. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Dana White, he better watch his back. These sanctioning bodies, they don't play, and they don't play fair. Okay? Dana White might be, I'm talking about, in imminent physical danger. Okay? Dana White could legit be in imminent physical danger messing with the sanctioning bodies. They don't play, man. And the sanctioning bodies, they can get you up out of there. And I mean that figuratively and literally. Don't play with them. The sanctioning bodies ain't nothing to be played with. But I think Dana White is going to wipe these guys out. And I think that he's going to be able to do it. The sanctioning bodies got to go. I agree with blood boxing. The sanctioning bodies got to go. They got to go. Because they're holding up too much stuff. There's too many belts. People don't know who the champion is. Dana White's going to make a Zuffa boxing belt. Okay? He's going to make a Zuffa boxing belt. He's going to have his own divisions within, Zuffa boxing. And that's it. And the fighters are going to fight for the Zuffa boxing belt. He's going to make the fighters fight within his own organization. Okay? And the fights that Dana have, it's not going to be for no WBA, WBC, WBO. His fighters won't be fighting for those belts. They'll be fighting for Zuffa boxing. I'm telling y'all, man, these boxing promoters, they better get their act together. Because you let Dana White come up in this piece and get a couple of fighters, folks, I foresaw this years ago, and this is what I've been telling y'all. This is what I've legit been telling y'all. Well, now it's here. It's come to pass. And Dana White, Dana White played to win. He played to win. I don't like this bald-headed old egghead, shinehead. I don't like him. But I know he do play for keeps, man. And when this man does something, it tends to happen. He's going to make these fighters fight each other. And this is the problem that we have in boxing. We still ain't seen Spence and Crawford. We still ain't seen Wilder Joshua. We still ain't seen Gennady Golovkin face Charlo. Okay, we ain't seen Triple G face Dudu Andre. We ain't seen none of these fights. We ain't seen them. We ain't seen Leo Santa Cruz fight Gary Russell Jr. We ain't seen Tank Davis versus Vasily Lomachenko. We ain't seen Tank Davis versus Tevin Farmer. We talk about these fights, but we ain't seen it. We talk about how many people are ducking this person and ducking that person and ducking and ducking and ducking. That's all we talk about. We talk about hypothetical fights. We talk about fights that we want to happen that never happen. Hypothetical fights. Dana White will change the landscape of boxing as we know it. And this, I think, is a good thing. I think him getting his hands in boxing and making the best fight the best is what we all want to see. We don't want to see any of this politicking, man. We don't want to see this, we got to let the fight marinate for 6 months. I got to let a pay-per-view fight marinate. You remember Floyd Mayweather used to say that old goofy stuff? That's because Floyd is goofy. You got to let a pay-per-view fight marinate for 6 months. You got to build it. It takes time to build it. Man, look. If you got two fighters that are good, you don't have to build it. You don't have to build it. The fight's already built. You make the best fight the best and make them fight for legacy. The money follows. I wonder what Dana's going to do about the pay structure, though. I really seriously wonder what Dana White's going to do about the pay structure. Like, how is that going to work out? Because, you can't pay boxers like you pay MMA fighters. So, I guess we'll see. We'll see what's going down. We'll see what's going down.